All right, welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior, and today is a chill, low energy working stream. Very little's going on today. but but while I say very little, and I mean it's going to be fairly small, but doesn't mean nothing's going on. What we're doing today is I have not been doing things I need to do. So we're going to sit down. We're going to do it. I'm going to use the weight of eyes, the crippling pressure of the fools being aware of me. That's what we're going to use. That's what we're going to use to force me to actually do this darn stuff. So that'll probably go fine, right? That'll probably go fine. With that said, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all got anything good to work on? You're just vibing. That's fine too. That's fine too. But if you got something to work on, I mean, hey, I'd love to hear about it. My throat is not doing very good today, and I don't know what's up with that. Ever since I kind of got back to streaming, I felt like my voice has been more fragile than it was before a few months ago. I don't know what caused that. Did I de-level that hard that fast? I don't want to think about that. That sounds wrong. No. Like, really already? I worked so hard. It took us a year and a half to hit this level of progress. It's all gone. Like tears in the rain. Oh well. Oh well. Time to earn it again, right? Time to earn it again. All right. With that said, let's hop on over. You might be wondering, Generic, what are we doing? What are we actually doing? Great question. Great question. I got a couple things to work on. I got a couple things that do need their work. And that is why we are starting with probably the simplest one. The simplest, but still oh so important. Oh so important. I'm doing thumbnails. I'm doing thumbnails. I'm working on thumbnails. I gotta get this stuff done. Oh, wait, hold on. Why is there no music? I was thinking, any fools familiar with the Command and Conquer series? Huge Command and Conquer lover. Mostly of the older ones myself. I really played a lot of the older Command and Conquer games back in the day. Loved them. They were so much fun. Let me tell you, so much fun. But I went and I found the soundtracks for Command and Conquer. So I was gonna let these kind of vibe. Let these kind of vibe. And we just, So we gotta do stuff. Because I have been holding myself back by not getting chores done. You ever know, like, you want to do something fancy, but you just... What is this? Why does it see some kind of window? Is that Krita? That is Krita. I don't have anything up there. Oh, that's whack. All right, let me reboot Krita real fast. Yes, save that. All right. All right. Off to a good start. We're also trying another thing. We are testing today. Last stream, things were busted. Straight up busted. And the OBS portion of the stream, it recorded fine, but the stream part of it completely broke down. It was, in a word, terrible. So with that said, we're testing. You know, we're using browsers, Krita. If you're not familiar with Krita, it's basically open source. Well, it's not open source. It's free to use Photoshop. It's a Photoshop alternative that doesn't cost $1 billion. So that's always nice. But we'll sit over here. Maybe a little bigger than that. Over here? Yeah, this is the better spot. This is the better spot for today. All right. But yeah, so Krita is it's Photoshop. So I'm making thumbnails. Well, I'm not. I was curious. I wanted to give a little try out to someone I know who does commission thumbnails. And I was like, well, you know, the price is pretty reasonable. They sound pretty cute and fun. So, with that said, why not give it a shot? You know, just for funsies. Lord knows I've blown money on worse things. Lord knows I've blown money on worse things. Speaking of blowing money, I'm still mad at this. I'm still kind of mad. Okay. So, I got up really late today. I slept for like 10 hours. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of on me. But, I am VTube Studio, you good? I think I'm slightly farther than it can comfortably detect. That should be better. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Anyways, so yeah, like I got this like scratchiness. I don't normally get that after a day of streaming. That is whack. Great whack. And I don't know why. I do not know why, I'll tell you. Oh well. Anyways, what were we saying? Right. Let me turn CNC down a little bit. Yeah, I think that's good. Anyways, so right. So my friend was ordering some Grand Archive cards, and me and my other friend were ordering some too, right? If you're not familiar, Grand Archive is a trading card game. It's a trading card game. Like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! It's one that I've been playing. I've been enjoying quite a bit. It's a small one, pretty new to the scene. Anyways, I wanted to pick up a few cards and a couple $5, like 2 cards that were like $5 each. They weren't a lot, and I figured, well, these will probably spike up, so I'll get them now. Well, apparently there was a huge buyout, and someone bought out every copy of the card. Like every copy of the card, except for the foils. And of course, the foils aren't $5. They're like $40 to $50, right? And I'm like, I'm not paying $40 to $50 for these. I'm getting these for the future. I may not use them. My friend is like, well, they said they wanted it. Guess I'm buying the foils. Yes, I'm buying the foils. And I'm like, I gotta pay him back for the foils. Now I gotta pay him back like $100 instead of 10. God damn it. Dang it, Bobby. Oh well. It's fine. It's not gonna kill me. It's totally fine. But it is frustrating. 2% drop frames according to OBS. There should be, let me tell you, there should be no dropped frames. We are not doing anything of substance whatsoever. Wow. No stream bit rate is low. This is why we test things. That's the other reason I wanted to do this, because I was like, yo, we really gotta figure out how to ace this whole audio thing. Gotta figure out how to ace this whole audio thing. Well, just the streaming settings, because you can't really test stream settings unless you actually stream, right? And tomorrow we have Lancer, so if I don't have stuff ready at that time, well, we're gonna have a bit of a problem, aren't we? we're going to have a bit of a problem if things aren't working by then. But this is why we can check. Anyways, yeah. So long story short, I ended up spending way more than I should have, by all means, way more than I should have. And it's pretty darn annoying. Okay, I guess I'll be using that deck. You can't even build a deck yet. It's not ready. I have to wait for the next expansion to build a deck. For those in the know, I was trying to buy copies of Lily, the Castellan Marine, for the Chessman water deck, but the rest of the cards don't exist yet. So there's just not really anything to do, unfortunately. Just not really anything to do. Yeah. All right. Blah. All right. So, with all that said, what are we doing? What are we making? Well, first, since we're going to be trying to, I'm going to call them some thumbnails. You know, it might be cute, might be a little fun. Give it a shot. Give it a bit of a shot. I'm going to start with Factorio. Because yes, I will be playing Factorio. I am just considering if I want to wait before buying it, frankly. It's kind of pricey. It is kind of pricey. Oh, so hey, soda. But since because of that, I need to work on it. So this is going to be our sample thumbnail because I have to send a proposal. What does that mean? That means I need a proper mood board and I need a sketch. I need a sketch of what we're doing. So let's go ahead. Oh, that is way too wide. Let's go ahead. I actually don't need... Well, we'll send it in 2 pieces, right? We'll send it into, well, we'll try it here. All right. So this is your standard YouTube size thumbnail. It's a nice 1280 by 720. I only recently started making sure my thumbnails were that size. I know that's like super basic, but hey, when I say I never worked on this kind of thing before, I mean it. I really, really mean it. So with that said, so we're building Factorio. Factorio is an automation game. It is a building-based game. So with that in mind, what is the play? What do we want for a thumbnail that catches the eye? Now, first thing, for those who don't know thumbnails, let me show this off really fast. The first thing to note with thumbnails is what's called the the rule of thirds. So, if on a thumbnail you consider, yeah, look at these super straight lines. Yes, I am using a mouse. How could you tell? Isn't it beautiful? When you make a picture, the human eye is naturally attracted to these points. It really likes looking at the 1/3 sections of any given drawing. So if you want a thumbnail to pop, the easiest way to set it up is to set up, let's make another layer, is to set up a situation where you have 2 things sitting on the thirds of the thumbnail, which is easy because it fills up so much of the thumbnail. It's nice and simple. Good way to do it, frankly. Or have a setup where you have like, it's usually like a person here hogging, like, oh, and then a thingy here, and then a thingy here, right? Preferably, actually, it's usually like a thingy here and a thingy here to try and draw the eyes in. Because thumbnail work is all about initial reaction, initial vision, whether or not you click on it in that 0.2 seconds of sight. There's no room for interpretation. There's no room for subtlety. You need it to be a hammer to the face that catches the eye and makes them want to click. Which is really hard. In truth, that is very, very difficult. And I'm really bad at it. I am really bad at it. Wait, hold on. Why is Krita not showing what I just drew? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. Let me... I mean, I figured it'd just be a nice draw along, but if it's not updating, then it doesn't really work now, does it? That doesn't really work now, does it? Yeah, that's... What the heck? But it... I swear I drew something. Also, hey, Zan. But I swear I drew something. Wow, we're finding all sorts of things. All right, that's fine. We can figure this out. Now, I'm not using display capture. That's obviously a trap. But what if I use game capture? Would that do it? It's not a game. Oh, my... Something shifted. Nope, that one's not working. Okay. I swear I just want to have a normal stream for once. I just want shit to work, man. I just want it to work. Is that so much to ask for? Ooh, how we doing on connection? Dropped frames 1.5%. So there are still dropped frames. What is up with this internet? It is not having a good day, let me tell you. Day is straight up booty cheeks, apparently. Straight up roughing it out here. All right, well, do we have to? We won't be doing it for that long, so it's probably fine. Maybe. All right, hold on. I gotta adjust a few things. Steam changed its settings on me so that pop-ups are appearing, and I need to get rid of those. Boop, 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 boop. Notifications off. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. I think that's good. We're born in the tech issues around here. We were molded by the tech issues. All right. There we go. I think that fixed it. Okay, go away, Steve. All right. Now, if Krita... We'll try it again. We'll try it one last time. I swear there's something drawn on it. It is confounding to me that it is clearly capturing some part of Krita. Oh, that is so weird. This is just straight up bizarre. To explain why it's so weird, you see it's only showing a single paint layer in a background and nothing else. I have 4 paint layers. I have 4 paint layers, but they ain't here. They ain't here. So where are they? Where are they? All right. All right. Wow. This is working. Wow. Things are going great. Things are going. Let's not go with great. Let's not go with great. But they're let's go with going. All right. So, let me figure out a couple things. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, the fact that I can get it to work on display capture is only more maddening. Only more confusing, only more maddening, in truth. Because, like, bruh. Why? Okay. That should be good. We've cut off the bottom. We've cut off the secret bottom. Okay. All right. There we go. SKA. See? I drew something on it. But when I show just Krita by itself, there's nothing there. But, like, it's there. What the heck? Anyways, what I was saying... Wow, we're never getting anywhere, are we? What I was saying is the rule of thirds in thumbnail creation. The idea is if you cut an image into thirds, the human eye and the human brain tends to approximate things before it looks at things. So what it does is it flashes to these points, these 1/3 chunks, and just kind of was like, oh, I know what that is, or moves over it and just doesn't care, right? So generally in a good thumbnail, you want your image to hit these center third sections 1/3 of the way into the image, because that's where the eye flashes. So, like, generally most thumbnails will have 2 objects of focus, one on the left side, one on the right side, or you'll have like a pogging face in the middle and then 2 objects on each side. There's a reason you will see this constantly in YouTube thumbnails. So, with that said, what are we doing, right? What are we going for? Well, we're going to play Factorio. What is Factorio? Factorio is for itself a automation game. It's a building game, and it's about following plans. It is a little bit about time and fighting. It is a game where you fight off alien bugs on their planet, because you're kind of turning their world into a factory nightmare pit. But like, this ain't about them. I've yet to see proof that they can communicate, mostly because I refuse to communicate with them. Yes. So, I was thinking, what makes a good thumbnail, right? I could do my standard of finding an image, pasting my going, over it. But frankly, those aren't that particularly successful. And I get it, because when I see other creators do that, it doesn't really work on me. It's okay. It's like fine. But it's not the best. And if I'm going to spend, I don't know, 3 months or 5 months or 6 months playing Factorio, I kind of want a good thumbnail that's actually worth investing in at this point. That's what I figured. That's how I see it. So, in that sense, I thought, let's get a commission. Let's do something good. So, what do we do, right? What do we do? What do we want? Well, I was thinking, I kind of had 2 thoughts. One, One would be an idea, and this is something I could do more easily myself. Well, not really. Kind of. Yeah, I could do more easily myself, which is me being like scared, like, oh wait, hold on, my toggle's broken? Oh my god, Stream Deck is broken. Why is everything broken? All right, I'll fix that later. All right, I can't do toggles. I can't cry. All right. Well, what I was gonna say is me crying on one side. So like, hold on. So, boop. So me on one side, like here, like bent over. Wow, I'm so good, right? This is the problem. I draw everything with mouse, right? And like and scared, and then a bunch of bugs, like a big bug, like rah. And he's got like spiky teeth. Like that's what I was thinking at first, and I was like, it's not. That's not actually what Factorio is about, though, right? It's a building game. It's not actually about being eaten by bugs. So I think this idea is okay, but not. I don't think it's the strongest. So with that said, the one I think is better. Well, we'll rename this one. Just we'll keep it for posterity. How do I rename this? I'm not really particularly good at using. I'm not really good at this stuff. We learn on the job in this house. We don't get training. By bug. Draft. Anyways, we don't need that. What we want is nice barbecue. So what I was thinking is this is a Simpsons meme. I was thinking of recreating was an old Simpsons meme where Homer is looking. It shows on the screen like this really nice brick pit barbecue, and Homer going, that's a nice looking barbecue. And then he drops the box and goes, why doesn't mine look like that? So I was thinking, hey Peril, that ours in this case, I have an emote that I think would work very well for this. Let me track it down. Let me track this bad boy down. Like this. All right, OBS is breaking apparently. Is it getting worse? Doesn't say it's getting worse. Oh, Twitch died. How is OBS having so much issues? 16%? I get it, OBS. I get it. Ooh, boy. All right. The OBS wizard has broken on me. Checking our Ethernet. Is my Ethernet busted? Latest OBS update broke things. Oh, that would do it. And guess what? I did use the latest OBS update, which broke all my stuff on Tuesday. That's why I didn't stream on Tuesday, because OBS updated and broke my stuff. And I was like, well, I don't have time to fix it, so we'll move it to Friday. So that makes a lot of sense. That would explain a lot. Whoa, no connection at all. Oh, there's a little bit. Wow. Maybe I should delay Lancer by a week. It feels bad, but if OBS is not working, then like, you know, like, shoot. Because I don't want it to... people love showing up for Lancer. Lancer's a lot of fun, right? A lot of people show up, and it sucks if it doesn't fucking run and it keeps breaking. So yeah, what are we looking at? We're looking at a 33% dropped frames. Gow. OBS, what you doing? 1 in 3? My internet is good too. I got that gig fiber, yo. That gig fiber. Like it's a lot. Huh. Well, good thing it's a working stream. Good thing it's a working stream. I guess. Yikes. Yikes. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough. The current keyframe frequency is 6 seconds? 1 keyframe in 6 seconds, YouTube? Oh, that is bad. Ooh. Oh, Peril, your PC died? Love to see a program cause your PC died. Drivers, graphics, or the APK. I mean the APK is kind of, you know, it's just kind of sus one, but as someone with constant PC issues, I'm sorry to hear that. Troubleshooting PC problems are a nightmare most of the time. Most of the time. Really, all I can say is disconnect everything except the bare minimum of functionality. Like any drives that isn't your C drive, take them out. A single RAM stick is all you need. Remove your GPU. Run it on minimum, assuming you have a tower. If you have a laptop, good luck, bucko. You cooked, boyo. But otherwise, yeah, it's just gonna be what it is. All right, yeah. So this was my thought of the idea, right? Of me like that, but in this case I might be wearing the overalls of the satisfactory guy. So let's go ahead and make this image a little bigger. Go ahead and resize our canvas to like 3000 by we'll keep them linked. Well, we have the right sizing that we want. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little more room. Let's go ahead, 3000 it. All right. So we have that. We have that. And we want it to be like that in our rule of thirds. So we will make a paint layer and then well, maybe not that big, and then chop it off. God, you can see how good I am at this. All right, and then at that point we take well, I'll just add a Factorio logo over the top. That's what I was thinking. I just add a Factorio logo over the top because ideally I could reuse this for all sorts of automation in building games, right? Like World of Goo. If World of Goo comes out, I play the second one, I could use it for this maybe. How are we doing on drop frames? Oh God, 43% drop frames. I don't get it. It says my connection is good. It says the connection is good, but it is just dying. It is just collapsing under its own weight. Well, OBS did offer a second update that I did not take because I saw it, you know, like an hour ago and was like, I'm not breaking things again. Maybe it's worth taking. Maybe I should use it. I don't know. If anyone knows if that fixes it, let me know. Yikes. All right. So what we're doing here is now we need some text to help out our lovely artist who will be commissioning. Mm-hmm. Bam. Target top target game. Factorio. There we go. Thumbnail for automation and building games. Yeah. I don't know if it'll fix anything. Who knows? Who knows? Everything is broken. Everything is awful when you're relying on OBS. Doesn't really flow, does it? All right. So for concept, Lord Generic is confused looking at blueprint diagram. Yeah, we'll go for blueprint. Looking at blueprint, facing audience to show confused face. In background is shown a trashed version of what they are trying to build. We'll put this in here. See, this is how you build a something to commission art with. You give them just a little bit. Remember, your artists aren't psychic. They need to know what the heck you are talking about. But all right, so idea came from Simpsons skit. That's a nice barbecue. Why doesn't mine look like that? Yeah, very low energy stream, by the way. If you can't tell, I'm sure you can. All right. So honestly, that's basically all we need for the Factorio thumbnail, I'm thinking. Well, actually, we do want to add a little more. So here I have the player sprites for the Factorio guy. And obviously we include a folder. We include a folder with all references. Always do that so that they can look at the references on their own. Very important to do. It's just polite. It's just a polite thing to do. All right. Instead of my usual outfit, please put me in the yellow hat plus headlamp plus yellow overalls of Factorio. Looks more construction worker-y and fits the setting while being easier to draw. Perfect. We can offload some effort. We can offload some effort for our lovely creator. Why are you set to 200%? No, you ain't. No, you ain't. And there we go. Add more design. I mean, at the moment, well, and the thing is, the more you add, the more complicated it gets. Because what I'm thinking is I can then I will put logo here in in middle, upper middle, or upper right corner. So the idea is, because my idea is I could use this for, wow, I need a paint layer. Is I could use this for low, go, low, go. Nailed it. God, I'm so good at this. All right. So my idea is that I could use this for multiple things. If I play more than just Factorio, right? We could reuse this because it's a pretty central idea to half of the enjoyment, that utter confusion in the face of this entire genre of game, right? It's like the whole point. The whole point is going, what the fuck am I? God, it's supposed to work. It's supposed to work. So, yeah. A Factorio guy. All right. So I think we're pretty good here for Factorio. I do have a couple others I need to do. A couple other works I plan on making. So, and the testing is going and showing that OBS is a busted. Sucks. I am seeing on YouTube that's a little crunchier than is on Twitch. YouTube tends to be a little less durable than Twitch does, unfortunately. Oh well. Well. All right, so let's start a new one. And this one, all right, hold on. Let me turn off my main display for a sec. Because I gotta shuffle around in my files. I gotta shuffle around in my files. God, they're making it such a pain. It's making a pain for all of us. All right, so what is this one? What were the other things I needed? I wanted to do Factorio. I wanted to do Silent Hill. I might just do, the standard dropping me or just art of me over Silent Hill. That works pretty well. It's not like amazing. It's not flashy, but Silent Hill's not long. Oh, Metal Gear. Metal Gear thumbnail. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah. There's a lot to learn about thumbnails. I'm glad you're learning something. I'm glad one of us is. Because, boy howdy, am I not sure what is going on. Boy howdy, do I not know. Do I not? All right, so Metal Gear, right? So, gotta close the main display real fast. So, Metal Gear. Oh, shoot. I am just showing it. Oh, right. It doesn't. Damn it, Krita. Sorry, not Krita. You know what? I will blame Krita. I will. Oh, it just doesn't update. Just doesn't update on this version. That's so weird, dude. All right. It's entirely my fault. Metal Gear. What do they call the comms in Metal Gear? The turner. What is that called? The codec. There we go. I found what I needed. I found what I needed for my example. All right. Yo, is this a Spanish wiki? I did find a Spanish wiki. Thanks, Spanish wiki. I will be making so much use of these images. All right. So, anyways, the thought for Metal Gear was Metal Gear. There's a lot of ways to do it, but I figured one of the most immediately recognizable things about Metal Gear, for those in the know, is the existence of the codec. If you don't know what the codec is, that's totally fine. I mean, we haven't streamed Metal Gear yet, now have we? Even though I also have not played through Metal Gear, but I do know what the codec is. Thanks, reading random Metal Gear webcomics in my youth. Seriously, isn't it weird? Isn't it weird sometimes when there's things like, oh, I don't know Metal Gear, and you show me something, oh yeah, I know exactly who Psycho Mantis and Gray Fox are. And you're like, well, then how do you not know what Metal Gear is? I'm like, well, you know, I read a lot of webcomics when I was young. Read a lot of webcomics, what can I say? Anyways, my idea was that it would be a codec call like one of these. Right? So, with that in mind, yeah, exactly. Psycho Mantis knowing what games you're playing, that is pretty iconic, though. Why is this one so small? Why is this one so small? Yeah, exactly. So, and that's the thing. You see a codec call and you're like, oh, yeah, that thing. And it's like, yeah, Metal Gear does this. And it's just like, there's nothing quite like it. So I guess what we have to do is we have to figure out what do we want in the middle and who do we want the faces to be. Obviously, one of the faces has to be me, right? One of the faces has to be me. But what do we do with the other face? If we were doing this as a collab, then it would be easy because you'd put the other person in the other side. Easy, done and dusted. However, I'm not planning to do these as a collab. I want to play through all of Metal Gear because I've never played it. I know they're really good. So, in order to play through all of Metal Gear, what do we do? What do we put on the other side? Now, I was thinking on this side, I could put the big logo for a given Metal Gear game, right? A big logo for a given Metal Gear game. And then in the middle, maybe I write first time or something. Like, keep it like this. Keep it like this one on the right where the bars go over because that looks nice. And then write first time here. Now, we could have text on the bottom, but I'm kind of like, I could just ask them to leave that blank and I put in my own text on the bottom and change it every time. Actually, that might be a good idea. Maybe I'll ask for 2 variants. Maybe I should ask for 2 variants because the idea, my thoughts, as you could say, if you could roughly call it, would be that, like, if I just make it a little bigger, the entire thing can just be the image. Because remember, rule of 3s. Having more than like 3 things on it, I think is too much. Because if you actually look at the YouTube thumbnails on your computer, or more importantly, on your phone or your TV, they're way too small to see. You can't see detail. If I add a bunch of text, you don't read it. The brain needs to know what it is. So if I make these big, we have our rule of 3. We have image 1, first time, image 2. And I think we're good. Because anything else might just be too much for a thumbnail, in my opinion. So with that said, let's go ahead and draw something. So let's go ahead and draw something. Let's be smart this time. Let's be smart cookies and actually go bloop to make a little. There we go. All right. Now with that said, basically I was thinking I put myself in a headband, right? Here. So, oh, that is way too well. Let's go ahead and perp that up. Go ahead and percolate. So we want, let me see snake. So yeah. So it's like on this side we have me, eyes, mouth, nose, and then like big. No, that's, well, what did I press? Soft proofing. Don't need that. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, so yeah, so we do like me, eyes, mouth, nose, body, and then obviously we put in the headband. God, I'm so glad I use headbands like that. Well, why don't we just type it? let's save everyone a little bit of pain. Solid snakes headbands. Goes here. We'll make it fit. We'll make it fit. Bloop. There we go. And then, and if we want the codec vibe, right? We want that codec vibe. So if you notice, the codecs are always like contained. So they're always like contained, like, hold on, there we go. They're always like, oh, I want green. Give me green. Give me green right now. They're like, bloop, 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 bloop. And then we look and we have the last box like this. And then in that box, we have our pale lines representing the signal. And now here it says first time. I should pick a better color. I should at least pick a darker color. All right, because that is not really legible. Go with that. Oops. Oopsie. 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 Go for like that. There we go. First. Fonts, man. It'll be the death of us all. 18. First time. I need to track down a good Metal Gear font. I'm sure someone has a Metal Gear. And then leave black background. I will add the Metal Gear logo for each game as I play them. Bloop. There we go. Perfect. I think that's pretty solid. I think that's pretty solid looking. So let's go ahead and spread this out. See, this is why we have to do this stuff. This is why we have to do this stuff. Nothing ever comes easy. Let me tell you, nothing is free. You should compliment the hardworking. Oops. The hardworking creators in your life, because let me tell you, they're probably doing a lot more than you think. A lot more than you think. There we go. I don't need that much room, but like, YOLO. Yeah, it's fine. Because what we're doing is oops. we're adding these so that they can clearly see it. Because the idea, we want them to see the codec calls. Because I don't know how much they know about codec calls, right? All right. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Yeah. Metal Gear. Codec call. I'm playing through the Metal Gear games for the first time. I want a codec call with me on one side wearing Snake's headband, and the other side ready to put in how to say the logo for each game as I play through. Hey Tajia, how you doing? Ooh, you're playing through Abomination Vault. Nice, first time. I have heard mixed things. I would really love to play Abomination Vaults because it's a mega dungeon, and I like mega dungeons. My favorite second edition D&D campaign was unfortunately Temple of Elemental Evil, which I adored, but like probably hasn't aged that well, frankly. It probably hasn't aged that well. But I hope you're liking Abomination Vaults. Anyways, I put in the logos, I play through. In the middle, we have the codec frequency channel frequency. But instead of a number, it says first time. I hope this makes for a good readable thumbnail with strong immediate visibility and understandability. That's a word. Understandability is a word now. All right. I think that was solid. I think this is solid. Wow, we're making good progress. Wow, the weight of eyes and screaming at OBS as to why it's dropping 20% frames as I sit here doing... I am typing. It's killing me here. This is killing me here. You're enjoying it, but wish the other players are role-playing more? Yeah, that's always tough. That's the thing with players. You do get different groups of players, and often a very important player in an ecosystem is the observer. The one who just shows up to hang out with y'all. I want to roll some dice, kicking a goblin, but you know, I'll chill for the important bits. You tell me when to start kicking. You do need those players because, you know, you can't all be in the spotlight and chatting all the time. Cool as it is, cool as the idea is, it's good to have someone who's just vibing. But if you're all vibing except for like one person, that one person better just do everything. And they'll be like, am I doing too much? And everyone's like, nah, it's cool. But like when they all say it, it's like, can someone else do something? I feel bad. And the DM's like, are they not participating? Are they bored? And they're like, nah, it's cool. Show me a goblin and I'll kick it. Show me a butt and I'll kick it. All right. So Metal Gear is done. Metal Gear is done. If I'm doing this, if I'm calming these, do I do one for Silent Hill? Here's a tough buffer of Silent Hill. I want to play it, and I want to play it soon, because it's about to be October. Not only is Silent Hill F a new spooky game, so like, hey, that's a perfect timing, right? Perfect timing. But just as importantly, it's about to come out. Well, it's about to be October, and it just came out. So if I commission a thumbnail for it now, it's too late, bro. It's too late. But on the other hand, everyone's playing Silent Hill, and many people interested haven't played it yet. They haven't had time because, you know, realistically, I think we can all agree that most normal people, even a short game, it's going to take them a few weeks to get through, right? They don't have that much time to sit down and slam through a horror game, especially when it's about to be October. They're going to wait till October. So I think exactly, it's great for Silent Hill. So I think we might have time for a thumbnail if I just ask them to do Silent Hill first. I might present all three as, hey, can we do Silent Hill because it's the most topical, and then get work to these as is available. Wow, see, this art thing is easy. What not seen is the part where I have to then throw money at them. Yeah. Oh, hey, Repty. Yeah, we're doing, well, I would say we're doing okay. Oh my god. Red bar connection, 23% drop frames. OBS, do better, I'm telling you. OBS is dying, so it's not going great on that front. Hold on. Let me turn that off for a second as we make our next one. Silent Hill. So what I know about Silent Hill is that there we go. Is that the main girl, the protagonist of the new Silent Hill game, has an insane dodge roll, right? Has a absolutely insane. I was hearing people talk, and they're like, no, she unironically dodge rolls like 8 feet away when she does a dodge roll with iframes, and I'm like, what? That Silent Hill game? Yeah, and the original Silent Hill is the GOAT. Honestly, I mean, two is also famous, but it's its own thing, right? They're all good, but yeah, 1 and 2 are killer. 3 and 4 are good in their own ways, but Silent is connected. Oh my god, OBS. That is so bad. DC'd. Yeah, we might have to delay Lancer tomorrow. I might have to delay Lancer a week until OBS can get its shit together because, dude, if it is disconnecting actively all the time, then like, I don't know. Do I have to reinstall OBS to fix it? I hope not, man. It's such a pain to set up home. I have so many scenes. Don't do this to me. It took so long to set these up. I was so good setting them up. I put in so much time. It took hours. But until we get this OBS connection thing fixed, I don't know whether or not we should do Lancer. Right? Because if that's dropping out, that just sucks for everyone involved. And there's gonna be like 5-6 people. So yeah, maybe we wait. God, my computer, I just want things to run, dog. Why can't anything work? Always something. Can't wait for a new Resident Evil game. Yeah, next Resident Evil hopefully will be great. Honestly, ever since Resident Evil 7, I know they come out pretty slowly now, but they have the remakes, which of course takes up a lot of time, but mind me saying, where is Gog Mogzios? They will never put Gog Mogzios into a game. He's too big and too cool. It can't happen. It'll never happen. And then we look, and here we are in Monster Hunter Wilds, and like, hey, look, it's Gog Mogzios, and I'm like, huh. Oh my god, it's Gog Mogzios. I need him. Oh, thanks for the follow, Jumbo and Blue Artificer. How you doing? But once I see, and Noodle Cake, wow, what's going on? But I need that Gog Mogzios. Welcome in, everyone. So yeah, the fact that they put him in, I have to pick up Monster Hunter Wilds again. in December just to get to Gogmoxios and fight him, because he's like my favorite monster in the entire series across 15 years of gameplay. What is going on? Hello, everyone. Hello, Wobblies. Hello. Oh, I got shouted out. I see. Thank you. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Lorelai. But with that said, let's make... So here's... And here... Okay. The reason I want to commission the Silent Hill thumbnail, it's not because it's a good idea. It's way too late in the game. The game's already out and it's almost October. Should have done this 3 weeks ago. But... but... I think... Hold on. Let me turn off my main display so I can safely Google search things. So what I want is, I'm thinking the scene in part 5. If you've seen part 5, you'll know immediately what I mean. And if you haven't, that's okay. I won't like I'm not gonna spoil much, right? I want the scene of the guy going, what? As the other character is like flash stepping behind them to take them out. I want that, but it's me going, what? And it's the main girl from Silent Hill flash stepping behind me with the pipe to just bam. Just ice me. I think that'd be funny. But I have to find the context, right? I have to find the image so I can provide it for the artist is the big issue. And if you want to pull it again. Holy crap, is that a dude in a Gold Experience Requiem cosplay? 1-to-1? Oh my god, that must have taken hundreds of hours to make. God damn, that looks good. Okay, that is all. Moving on. Moving on. They're giving Gogmoxios something else on his back. Perfect. Nice. I love to see Gogmoxios getting some new things. All right. So I found the first image. Oh, even better. Maybe? No, it's a GIF. I don't need a GIF. I need an image. Gosh dang it. All right. So, what a pain. All right. So, I can. Well, I'll keep the GIF as we try to find it. I know I can't show you this part, but like, bro, I'm not gonna have Google image search on stream. That's risky. That's real risky. I'm not that brave. I might have to just go watch the episode and then go find it and drag it in post. So we'll have to do the rest. We can do the rest of the thumbnail, though. We can still do the rest of the mock-up. Yeah, it's not gonna be here. But that's okay. It's fine. I found most of it. All right. Anyways. All right. So. All right, but yeah, no, Gogmoxios is a cannon. That's baller. That sounds fantastic. Ooh, wah. All right. So, God, see, the problem is I am utterly lacking in the ability to, like, actually draw this. So, like, I want... All right, let's use purple to represent me. We use purple because purple's, like, totally my color. Purple's like, oh my God, so my color. And so what we do is, again, rule of thirds, right? So we want an image here and an image here. That'll make it the most eye-catching. So I'm going to put myself, like, here. Like, here. Right? As I'm, like, turning my head. And then, on layer 2, we have the pro tag, who I think wears, like, blue. Oh, all right. So we have the pro tag, who is, like, here, blue, with an arm raised. And what's gray? Yeah, I don't know why this is what they use. And, like, gray with the pipe. Yeah. About to smack me. About to give me the old wacky whack. All right. So, but the trick is that I want... Oops. What am I doing? I want a second copy of her in the background, and then a third copy of that in the background again, once it handles it, as these are increasingly opaque. So by doing this, actually, so let's move this around a little. Let's move her. So if I'm in the uppermost foreground, right? So we move this to here and this to here. That way we're following the rule of thirds, right? Keeping your thumbnail visible. And here I want to show that she is, like, flash stepping behind me because of how absurdly cracked her dodge roll is, and she's about to bonk me. Especially ideal would be if I was wearing, like, what's a Silent Hill monster I could be cosplaying? What would be a good Silent Hill monster I could be cosplaying? Like, the classic is Pyramid Head. 1, Pyramid Head's overused. 2, I don't even know if he's in the game. I honestly really hope he is not in the game. They've overused Pyramid Head to the point that even the creator of Pyramid Head has officially said, I wish I never made Pyramid Head, because they're all just so tired of him. They're all just so tired of him. But, beyond just that, like, how to say it. Okay, so what's a good Silent Hill monster that I can cosplay? The problem is, ideally, hold on, let me go look something up. Ideally, what we would be cosplaying, that, my voice. Wow, we definitely can't go super long. Like, if I look up the monsters, I'm gonna spoil myself, right? So, like, I don't even know what monsters could be in it. All right. Low spoiler, just basic monsters. All right, we got creepy ones. Looks like we got a lot of people in Seifuku. A lot of monsters in Sailor Girl uniforms. We could rock that. We could rock that, but the main character is wearing that, all right? And if we're both wearing Seifuku, I feel like that kind of... it doesn't really work, right? I feel like that doesn't really work. So... So, you know... we gotta figure out something a little better. Gotta figure out something a little better. Oh, can I use Steam Deck now? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, thank God it's working for... Oh, my toggles are back. Thank goodness. All right, well, that's one problem solved. That's one minor problem solved. Like, it's tough, right? What's a... And all the famous Silent Hill monsters, because they're all from 2. Let's be honest, they're all from 2. They're so often... Like, I can't really cosplay them. So... I could be in the nurse outfit. I could be in the sexy nurse outfit. The sexy nurse with the bandaged head. That would be a funny one. It might make more sense to just be me getting smacked, though. Because outside of Pyramid Head, I really... And the sexy nurse from 2, I do struggle to say what is the iconic Silent Hill monster. There's some real gross ones. That's the problem. A lot of them are just so gross, you can't even use them. Because, like, what even are they, bro? What even are they? But, like, I don't know. I don't know. I think we just stick with... I think we just stick with ourselves. That's making sense to me. I think we just stick with ourselves. So, speaking of which, there is one thing we have not covered. Background. So let's go back to our other ones, because I do need to cover that real fast. Background. Black. Like in the codec call pictures. Easy. Snakes is the easiest. For Metal Gear, it's so obvious because what's the background? Well, it's a codec call. It's black. Factorio is a tough one. What's a good background for Factorio? Well, because needing to draw a background, making the artist draw a background is a lot of work. As for Factorio itself, it's not pretty. It's an ugly game. It's not a pretty game like Satisfactory. So, in that sense, Also, Taija, what do you mean by you never knew I made memes? Did I make a meme? I mean, people made memes of me. I don't know. That was also a little while ago. I don't know. OBS is refusing human life at the moment. All right. But with all that said, so, yeah, we have a lot of, what's a good, if it's just gray, okay. So here's the thoughts, right? Again, a good background, the more complicated you make a thumbnail, the worse it is. Every aspect should be purposeful. Every aspect should be intended and serve a purpose. So, if you want a colorful background, it's not as simple as saying, oh, I'd like a background to have color. You must answer, why? Why should the background have color? Does that make sense? And in this case, if the background does not have color, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. So what we want, what we actually honestly want here, is a low impact background. Low impact background so that the image of me confused and the trashed building are pop more and are more visible. Maybe gray with blue sky, or maybe brown dirt with cloudy sky. You know, like, because I don't know, right? Or a basic green grass with blue sky. Something low effort and easy to toss in the back. That's what I'm thinking, right? Because I don't want my artists to spend time on the background. I want the background to take them 5 minutes. Just bam, bam, done. All right, next. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. OBS is just busted, huh? Maybe I should fresh install it. I think I might have to wait for the next version, though. How's there always a problem? How? Bro, I just want to stream. I feel like I've lost half a year of streaming. Year 2, our second year of streaming has not gone as well as I had anticipated. Let me tell ya. Things have had issues. Maybe I should just focus on videos until it fixes itself. I like streaming. It's fun. Oh well. Anyway. I think we got some gas. I think we got some fire with this idea for the Silent Hill. Bloop, bloop. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? Oh no, I resized it. I girl boss too close to the sun. All right, there we go. Put that there. Bloop. All right, and now we take a black outline and we go bloop, bloop. All right. So, with that said, all right, so let's go. Thumbnail concept. The protagonist of Silent Hill F is warping behind me to hit me with a steel pipe. I Lord Generic, am turning in shock like the villain at the end of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Act 5, or Part 5. Part 5, linked in folder. Reference in folder. In folder. Going, whoa, trapped in my inevitable defeat. There we go. There we go. I misspelled inevitable. Inevitable. There we go. Nailed it. God, I'm so good at this. God, I'm so good at this. Wow. Wow. You know, the Command & Conquer Red Alert soundtrack, it's actually shockingly good for background music. It's quieter than I expected, if anything. You can turn it up a little more. Oh, is this Mechanical Man? We're going to turn it up a little more. We're going to turn it up more. Mechanical Man is fire! Yeah, will this stream get hit? I don't. It's a work stream. Who cares? Mechanical Man is fire. If you never heard Mechanical Man from Command & Conquer Red Alert, Frank Klepacki, my goat, my musical goat, dude, so good, so good. All right. Explanation. Not only is this an unusual setup for a stream to be getting smacked by the Game Pro tag, which I hope draws eyes a little more, but the Pro tag is known to... Oh, and Hell March? Let's go. Let's go. Hell March, though? That's where it's at, baby. Oh, yeah, we're leaving this music. We're leaving the music up. Do I crank it again? I think that'd be too much. I think that'd be too much if we cranked it again. All right. I want to, though. Ooh, I want to. I won't. I'm going to try to respect y'all. I should probably turn it down. I refuse to turn it down. We'll turn it down after Hell March. All right. But the Pro Tag has an insane dodge distance on their dodge. So it's a joke on how fast they are. Like they can flash step behind me. That's the idea. That's the idea. So the transparent or the low opacity copies of her represent fading ghosts because she's moving so fast. So we can just copy her art twice and fill the background easily while conveying speed. Hey Mandy, how's it going? How's it going, Generosity? Oh. That's really good. I also don't know if I like it. I'm not being very generous-y with that statement. How's it going though? My OBS is still broken. Apparently the new OBS update is busted and has bit me hard, so do not update to it, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. Because yikes. Alright, okay, fine, I'll turn Hellmarch down a little. I don't want to. Steel pipe. And of course, about to get my head smacked like a stupid JoJo villain. I really don't know if we can have stream tomorrow. This is a bad. I might have to reinstall OBS. I'll try to export it. I got all of tomorrow morning. We got a lot of time. So the protagonist was destined to annihilate you to show their true. Such a nightmare. Let me check something. Is it freaking out on my Twitch alerts? I bet it is. Oh, I bet it is. Oh, Discord doesn't feel like opening. All right, Discord, keep your secrets. Keep your secrets. Boop. There we go. Behold, a basic artistic mock-up. Wow. Wow. OBS more like, oh boy, stinky. That's how I feel right now. God damn. It has been having conniptions, let me tell you. Just crushing issues. Overall, crushing issues. All right, let me check another thing. Silent Hill F protagonist. All right, the problem is it's hard to find images that show the protagonist. Actually, it's not. It is unbelievably easy. Thank you, Silent Hill. Thank you, Silent Hill. It's true, we have to think about background. So in that sense, what's a good background for me to receive a smacking? What's a good background for me to be receiving a smacking in? I'm thinking a creepy alleyway. I'm thinking nothing else to live for. I'll do it. All right, hold on. I have some raws. There we go. Do these show the full image? No, indeed they do not. They do not. So, oh God. Let's go ahead and use transform so I can actually scale it properly. Let's make it like I don't know, 1,000. Boop. There we go. That's small enough to throw in. And then we got a back view, which we will make smaller as well, which we will indeed make nice and smaller. Nice and smaller. Smaller. There we go. All right. Back to moving around this. Okay. So Protag wears a Seifuku Japanese sailor uniform, as shown in pictures included in reference folder. I wear, well, or generic, I suppose I should say, wears their outfit as shown in reference. Folder. Lord generic. Yeah. I mean, if it's a full thumbnail, I guess I wouldn't entirely be head only, right? It wouldn't just be head. That's right. That's right. Not just head tonight. Because I'm getting smacked. There go. We need picture that shows pro tags back. Looks simple and is a low contrast to tone. Brown, gray. There we go. Yeah, because we just got rock and gray. Easy. All right. So, I think we did pretty good here. I think these ones are doing pretty solid. See, I like that when I do the screen share, because apparently Krita's just going to break otherwise. But I do find it funny that when I do this, you get to see OBS eating its own head. It is currently at 40% drop frames. But here's the thing. My internet is otherwise immaculate. It's doing totally okay. It's just that OBS is broken. And I just don't know. I just don't know. Well, the good news is, let me just save those. All right, now that I have that, I'm going to go save them as PNGs so that they'll be nice and big. But, I mean, that's basically all I needed to do. So the question is, do we save our voice for tomorrow? We could end early, or we could vibe. This is really the main thing I wanted to do. Now, I will note that I was considering doing some Pathfinder work as well. I was thinking that, hey, mayhaps I should take this opportunity to work on some Pathfinder slides. But if OBS is melting down, if OBS is just dying on the spot, I don't know if I should bother streaming it. You know what I mean? It's pretty bad. It's not doing great. So I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, yeah. It's like, yeah. Yep. So, beyond all that, I don't think there's much else to be done. I don't think there's too much else to be done. Hey, Randy, how's it going? How's it going? We just finished making up some thumbnails. In our work stream, and I'm not sure what else to do. We have confirmed OBS is still eating its own head, though, so I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow. On that, oh, that was like a good 2 hours of production. I feel quite good about that. I know what else I needed to do. Hold on. Boop. I need to do some Lancer stuff. Well, time to do some prep for Lancer. Hey, y'all want to see what Lancer prep looks like? And if you play Lancer in this campaign, don't worry about it. Seeing the map ahead of time isn't going to kill you. it's not going to save you. Let's be honest. Your defeat was inevitable. Or not. I mean, these are all very winnable. I think our maps are winnable. I think. Nice and boring. All right. So if you're not familiar with Lancer, Lancer is a tabletop RPG. In other words, it is what we call a TTRPG, tabletop RPG. It is a mecha game. If you're familiar with like dungeons, that is what remains to be seen. That is what remains to be seen. But we will be starting Fallout. I don't expect the players. No good. It's no good. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Frames 0. OBS, you are breaking so hard. Guess we just... Yeah. Alright. That's the name. That's why. So, we will name this scene The Die is Thrown. That is its name. God, what a good name. What a good name. You know, that's one of those things I want to point out. I think a lot of people feel like I shouldn't make things too fancy. I shouldn't make things too complicated. And to that I say, why not? Why not? Make it fancy, make it complicated, make it fun. Be a little cringe. Be a little cringe in how you name things, okay? It's more fun that way. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty here. And when we have 5 players, that's going to be a big deal. And speaking of big deal, welcome to the start of the show. Oh, I forgot they were Spari United. Oh boy, that'll be fun. All right. All right. I don't know. The whole point is that Jormungand is awful to get around and a huge problem, but incredibly slow. Like, at its move speed, oh yeah, baby. 2 tiles. Let's fucking go. Oh, it takes like 3 turns to reach the objective. Yeah, don't get any benefits, but they are. So, the whole idea of this combat, we got a giant smasher and then annoying supports to slow down the player's ability. He's too fat. He's too heavy. Yeah, he can't be pushed, pulled, knocked prone, or knocked back by smaller characters. Well, hold up. Teleporting isn't a push now, is it? Wow. OBS is... Oh boy, OBS is chunking. Is there like a data leak on it or something? It's really bad. It's really bad. It does feel like too much. You know, in my opinion, that does feel like a little too much. So, yeah. Let's throw in a different kind of enemy. Now, if we want to be jerks, if we want to be of the end and shove the players around, they stab players with their lances and drag them and isolate them, but cataphracts can drag you towards the mighty titan who will smash you. That might be a little silly. I think for the theming of what we're going for in this encounter, I'm actually going to use trash enemies. I'm going to use groups of weak enemies. Bad OBS. All right. All right. Yeah. I could type Legionnaire. We want to edge the mech